Good evening, everyone. I'm so sorry I couldn't join you tonight at your annual awards gala, but I'm so honored to be the recipient of the Minority Chamber of Commerce's Man of the Year Award. Thank you so much to Doug Mayorga and to the board of the MCC for your leadership and for this tremendous honor. I am humbled to receive it. Small business owners are the bedrock of our economy, and we don't adequately appreciate the opportunities that small businesses provide in our country. 2/3 of all new jobs in America come from small businesses, and small businesses right now are getting hammered in the Obama economy. It is so encouraging to see the Minority Chamber working hard to promote minority-owned businesses led by people who risk everything to achieve the American dream, while at the same time providing opportunities for others working to live that same dream and to work their way up the economic ladder. Our government should cherish and promote small businesses, not enact policies that seek to regulate them, stifle their growth, and inhibit their productivity. That's why I've unveiled my tax plan that would eliminate the corporate tax rate, eliminate the payroll tax, eliminate the death tax, and instead adopt a simple 10% personal income tax and a simple 16% flat tax on business that would dramatically reduce the compliance cost and keep more and more dollars in your pockets. It would end the IRS code as the tool that the Washington cartel does to hand out favoritism and subsidies to giant companies at the expense of small businesses. Instead, everyone would be treated evenly. Large companies with huge accounting departments shouldn't have an advantage over hardworking small business people who can't afford an army of lawyers and accountants to exploit the tax loopholes. A simpler, fairer plan is the best option to bring back robust job and economic growth. And I'll tell you, the Nonpartisan Tax Foundation, who scores everyone's tax plans, has concluded that my tax plan would produce an additional 4.9 million new jobs. It would increase capital investment 44%. It would allow each of you to immediately expense all capital expenditures, to expense any investments in plants and equipment. And for any of you who are engaged in exporting, and all exports would be tax-free, wouldn't pay the 16% business flat tax, while all imports would pay that 16% tax, which means that American businesses can compete on an even playing field. Standing with minority-owned small businesses is personal for me. My dad, as you may know, fled oppression in Cuba in 1957, seeking the American dream. When he came to America, he had nothing. He had $100 in his underwear, and he washed dishes making 50 cents an hour to pay his way through school. My dad worked 7 days a week because they fed you. You were allowed to eat at the restaurant, and if he didn't eat at the office, he couldn't afford to eat. You know, his journey is the same as so many of us. My dad eventually graduated with a degree in math and started his own small business, a seismic data processing business in the oil and gas business. So when I was a kid, my parents both were small business owners, and I saw firsthand the challenges, the struggles, the ups and downs. In fact, my very first job was working in my parents' small business. My dad hired me for $1 an hour. I was 8 years old as a computer operator. And my dad used to have me work a double shift on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Now look, he was nice about it, but it was a small business. No one wanted to work on the holidays. So he'd have me work, but he'd bring over a plate of turkey and stuffing and cranberry. I suspect a whole lot of y'all know exactly what that's like, bringing your family together, because when you're a small business, you got to do whatever it takes to make the business survive. That's the story of America. We shouldn't have Washington picking winners and losers of giant corporations that have armies of lobbyists. Instead, we should have an environment where small businesses are growing and prospering. None of this could have happened without the risk-taking and the determination that embodied my father's small business, my mom's small businesses, and that embodies your small businesses. The very sad reality is that in the Obama economy, more businesses are closing than are starting up. For as long as they have measured that statistic, it's never been true until right now. The Obama economic agenda is hammering the living daylights out of small businesses, and the people who are really paying the price are the most vulnerable among us. It's young people and Hispanics and African Americans and single moms, the people who are struggling to climb the economic ladder and to live the American dream. You know, some weeks ago I chaired a hearing in the Senate. We heard testimony from the leader of the U.S. Black Chamber of Commerce, who testified that if the Obama global warming rules go into effect, that it will cost up to 19 million minority jobs. Up to 7 million African Americans will lose their job. Up to 12 million Hispanics will lose their job. An administration that is targeting small businesses hurts people like each of us, hurts people like my dad, hurts people who are struggling and want to achieve the American dream. If I'm elected president, I will honor the risk takers. I will make the tax code easier, simpler, and flatter so that each of you can succeed all the better. Instead of the government being on your back, hammering small businesses, the government will have your back. I will have your back. I'm so honored to be with you, even if only by video, to accept this award. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your principle, and thank you for your contributions both to your community and to the nation. God bless you.